Hello everybody and welcome to the Rockingham Speedway for the second race of our 2004 NR2003 season here as we get ready to back up the Daytona 500. Our last time out, Kevin Harvick got the win there for the second season in a row, winning the Daytona 500. Who's going to get done here in Rockingham? Sterling Marlin on the pole alongside Kasey Kahne making his debut in the NASCAR Nextel Cup Series here at Rockingham. And the number 9 car, number 9 Dodge there, replacing Bill Elliott, who of course retired at the end of last season. Now it is Kasey Kahne in that seat, and that number 9 looking to get a win here, have a good run in his first career Cup Series start. Marlin leads, Kent the second. You got Kahne in third, Newman fourth, and Jeff Gordon fighting Jamie McMurray for fifth place. Of course, Marlin, I believe he won this race. It was either him or Bill Elliott who won this race at the end of last season. They're both looking to do it once again here with Kahne in that 9 car that Elliott drove, and then Marlin, and then Matt Kenseth, who of course had a tough end to his season, missing the playoffs last year, was very consistent, trying to keep that up this season with a strong start to the year, but nothing yet for those guys. Marlin leads as we look throughout the pack here. Everyone seems to be keeping it orderly. Maybe a little bit of 3 wide there between Johnson and Leffler, but everything seems to be going just fine for the pack as we continue on early here at Rockingham. The race has been so chaotic over the past couple of seasons. Very unpredictable to see what happens, as back at the front is going to be Sterling Marlin continuing to lead the way here at Rockingham, but he's got pressure from the rookie of Kasey Kahne, who got around Matt Kenseth for a second, and now Kasey Kahne on the charge here at Rockingham. Here comes Kahne for Ray Evernham's team, trying to get up to the bumper of Marlin and try to get around him for that race lead. He's right there, but not quite going to get it. Marlin will hold on to the lead a couple laps in here at Rockingham. Now on to lap 51 is Kasey Kahne now leading. He's led a lot of the laps early here in this opening stage of racing, doing a great job, and the caution is out. For some reason, it looks like he turned 3 and 4. We got a massive crash. Oh my goodness. Jeff Burton, Greg Biffle, Kenny Wallace, Kyle Petty are destroyed. Elliott Sadler, Kevin Harvick. A huge crash. So your Daytona 500 winner, Kevin Harvick, is destroyed, as is a 0-0 of Kenny Wallace, who's having such a good run and gets absolutely slammed, piling into the 29 of Kevin Harvick. Gets collected by Elliott Sadler and Greg Biffle. Jeff Green also involved. And just a big crash here. As we'll see how it starts with Harvick here. Look like he's sliding down the racetrack. Looks like we're going to catch the very end of it. Looks like he gets sent up into the outside wall by Ward Burton going to turn 3 and 4. Slams that outside wall hard, then right down into the path of Kenny Wallace. A big hit. Collects Sadler. Biffle is in there. And then at the end here you got, Jeff Burton slamming in, as is Kyle Petty and Morgan Shepherd right at the end. And Schrader goes around as well. But a big time crash here at Rockingham to bring out our first big crash and caution of the day here. For this big one here in turns 3 and 4, involving your Daytona 500 champion and defending Cup champion Harvick, Kenny Wallace, your Daytona winner from last year, Sadler, Biffle, Kyle Petty, Jeff Green, and Jeff Burton. Of course, Jeff Burton can't catch a break either after flipping upside down Daytona. Now his car is destroyed once again here at Rockingham. Now we get back underway. 39 cars left in the race in lap 81. Jamie McMurray now, then a sophomore season, leading the way in that Haviland Dodge for Chip Ganassi Racing, and Dale Jarrett is flying on this restart from 1 lap down. He just flies right by, but McMurray is leading. Got Kenseth also. There's some contact. Could be right here. There goes back Kenseth to the inside wall. Kenseth spins up the track, and there's Earnhardt into him hard. Junior spinning in the middle of the field. He gets slammed again. Huge hit. Marlin, Terry Labonte piles in. Kasey Kahne, the dominant car of the day, is involved. Robbie Gordon, Mayfield, Rudd. The big one strikes at Rockingham. A hellacious hit for Dale Earnhardt Jr. Matt Kenseth merges right in front of him. Junior gets slammed right into the path of your pole sitter, Sterling Marlin. Then sends Mayfield spinning. Terry Labonte has nowhere to go. He slams into Marlin. Kevin LePage slams into Earnhardt. Ricky Rudd piles into this. A huge, huge crash here at the Rockingham Speedway. Just changed the whole course of this race. We're going to go slow-mo here. You see from Junior back here, Kenseth gets turned off of the bumper of McMurray and his teammate Kurt Busch. Kenseth goes crashing, and then he decides he saves it, so he's good, but he merges right in front of Earnhardt, who slams into him, nowhere to go, wipes out into Sterling Marlin, head-on collision. Mayfield goes spinning. Terry Labonte, Kevin LePage, big damage. Ricky Rudd, Scott Riggs gets collected at the last second, and he slides down and takes out Biffle and Steve Park. You see Robbie Gordon, Kasey Kahne piling, but I think Kasey Kahne's okay. He's able to get stopped. He only has minor damage. Kahne should be okay to continue here, but Dale Jr. just some horrible luck to start this season. Same for Matt Kenseth, of course, your 2002 champion, Matt Kenseth, that is. As he gets to the store, McMurray gets turned by Kurt right into that inside wall hard. And not the way Kenseth wanted to go. Then he gets hit from behind by Earnhardt. So we're going to start running on board. That was Kenseth's onboard view. Now we're going to go ride on board here with the 8 of Dale Earnhardt Jr. Now watch as Earnhardt goes on this wild ride after piling into Matt Kenseth. Casey King gets a piece of it right there at the end, but a terrible, terrible crash for Dale Earnhardt Jr. right there. That 8 car is destroyed. The DEI seems to be crumbling to start this season. Now we go on board, of course, your dominant car of the day, Casey King, who had just pitted, trying to work his way back through the pack here, checking up to avoid, and he tries to go high to stick it high, and he just gets clipped by Earnhardt and Terry Labonte, but gets it woed up enough, gets a stop before he slams Sterling Marlin head on. So a great heads-up job by the rookie Casey Kane slowing down. Now we go on board with the 40 of Marlin and this scary hit he takes right here. Right from Dale Jr. and then into the outside wall he goes, and he's just absolutely destroyed. Smoke pouring out the engine of that car. Now we're going to go on board. The Kellogg's on board here with Terry Labonte. He took a big hit right there, slamming to Sterling Marlin. Now we're going to go on the Keep It Genuine onboard camera with the Ford Motorcraft onboard camera here with Ricky Rudd. So he just piled into Terry Labonte right there. He had nowhere to go, gets collected. Now we're going to go with the Chevrolet onboard here with Kevin LePage. Just T-bones Earnhardt, and his junior was spinning like a top. And LePage piled right in. Now we're going to go with the Valvoline onboard camera with Scott Riggs Pontiac. He just clipped Greg Biffle and Steve Park there at the end, or else they would have been good, as he almost made it through too. But now we're going to go back to see normal view here of this wreck from Dale Earnhardt Jr. See just... unfortunately, see Kenseth got turned and just Matt Kenseth just inexplicably turns right up in front of Earnhardt. Was not looking where he was going. Destroys the 8 and just this huge crash. Dale Earnhardt Jr. took some hard hits right there. That is not easy to take for Dale. He might have to get checked out in the infield care center after that one. We hope he is okay. So back at the front, of course, Junior, Marlin, Terry Labonte all out of the race. Jamie McMurray leads us back to green here on lap 86 with 12 to go in stage 2 over Rusty Wallace. Now the slow lap cars behind them almost wrecked right there. That was Kevin Harvick who almost destroyed Matt Kenseth again. Got Morgan Shepherd, roller skater boy, still up to his classic antics back there as well. Kurt Busch squeezed the middle through. I think it was Mark Martin to Morgan Shepherd. On the outside wall goes Shepherd to Mark Martin. Their turn. Mark gets hit by Craven. Mark Martin upside down, barrel rolling over and upside down. The 3-4. Oh, Casey Kane, the dominant car of the day. T-bones Kurt Busch, and the rookie's debut will come to an end after a boneheaded crash right there. As you see, Mark Martin gets slammed by Elliott Sadler. Just starts barrel rolling up the banking. Almost lands on Ricky Craven. A hellacious crash from Mark Martin, just over and over and over and over again. Terrible, terrible crash right there for Mark Martin. I see right here it is the 97 of Kurt Busch who just clips him with the help of Brendan Gaughan, turns him right into Morgan Shepherd, who is just minding his business, and boom, into the wall goes Shepherd and Mark Martin. If you look up ahead, Kurt Busch goes down and turns Michael Waltrip head onto the outside wall. Big hit there. And of course, Craven gets turned around. Elliott Sadler T-bones Mark Martin. Bobby Labonte, Jeff Gordon involved, and then Casey Kane piling in there to Michael Waltrip and Kurt Busch, as you will see. Let's see here, it's Mark Martin. Just a bad scenario right there. Gets clipped by his team. Kurt Busch has been causing some incidents today. It's like 3 separate incidents he's caused here. And just a big hit right there off of these guys. Mark Martin absolutely destroyed on the ropes. Now you see Jeff Gordon, Casey Kane's destroyed him right. Kurt Busch, engine smoke pouring out the front of the engine. See him to Kurt Busch. Oh my God, Michael Waltrip ended upside down as well. So just from bad to worse to the DEI machines of Earnhardt and Michael Waltrip. Kurt Busch, Mikey just slides up, and Kurt Busch head-on hit. A vicious crash there from Michael Waltrip. Lands on his lid. And then Kurt Busch slides down and gets slammed by Casey Kane. Scott Wimmer gets collected as well. Casey Kane's Dodge destroyed, one of the best cars of the day. Then Jeff Gordon T-bones Michael Waltrip's upside down. Jeremy Mayfield is toast. Just a wild turn of events here. Vicious, vicious crashes here at Rockingham. A chaotic race so far. Now Rusty Wallace in the lead. I mean, we barely got half the field left. Only 27 cars in this race. 23 on the lead lap as Rusty Wallace leads on lap 92. And that number 2 Miller Lite Dodge. Of course, Rusty Wallace going to get his first win since 2001. Won winless in 2002, but won the regular season title, made the playoffs, and was out in the round of 8. Then in 2003, of course, last season, he went winless once again. Not good for him so far, but here's Dale Jarrett. Ricky Rudd on the inside wall, and around goes Ricky Rudd. He gets turned by Dale Jarrett, and they go crashing down the backstretch, and the caution is out once again. As Rusty Wallace continues to lead now on the last lap of Stage 1. Rusty Wallace trying to hold off Jamie McMurray for the stage victory. McMurray having a great start to his sophomore season. Rusty Wallace trying to bounce back from missing the playoffs in 2003. Just did not get a win when he needed to. You know, you got to win races nowadays, but he's looking like he might be in position to win one today here in Rockingham over McMurray. As coming through 3 and 4 for the final time in Stage 1, Rusty Wallace will win Stage 1 here at Rockingham, followed by Jamie McMurray in second, Scott Riggs is third, Casey Mears fourth, Ryan Newman fifth, and then you have Tony Raines, Jeff Green, Ken Schrader, Jimmy Johnson, and Tony Stewart, your top 10. Now on the last lap of Stage 2, it is now Ryan Newman, Rusty Wallace's Penske teammate in the lead as Newman tries to get a stage win to back up a dominant year he had last season, winning 4 times, winning the regular season title, making it all the way to the championship 4, then having a dud in the finale at Homestead, just being off the pace all day. Never had it, but Ryan Newman will win Stage 2 here at Rockingham, followed by your runner-up in the stage being the 0 of Ward Burton, who will cross all the way back here. One of 4 cars on the lead lap. Then third place is going to be the 0-1 of Joe Nemechek in that U.S. Army machine. Having a great start to the year as well. Nemechek in that Chevrolet. And then fourth will be, of course, your Stage 1 winner, Rusty Wallace, here at the end of the stage in the midst of lap traffic. Then of the guys 1 lap down, Casey Mears is 5th, having a great race today for Chip Ganassi Racing. Then Kenny Schrader is 6th. Then you have Johnny Sauter in 7th. Brendan Gaughan 8th, Jeff Green 9th, and Tony Stewart your top 10 in the stages. Newman wins Stage 2 after Rusty Wallace wins Stage 1. A Penske dominated day now into just 2 laps to go in Rockingham. Rusty Wallace now back in the lead by 3.6 seconds over Ryan Newman. Looks like it's going to be a Penske 1-2 today at Rockingham as Rusty Wallace looks to get his first win since 2001. It's been a while. And this would be career win number 55 for Rusty, as he continues to climb up the ladder. Of course, Newman second, Nemechek third, only 3 cars on the lead lap. Rusty Wallace has been one of the dominant cars of the day. Him and Newman have both combined for the most laps led. As now a white flag in the air. Final laps are on bank at Rockingham for Rusty Wallace, looking to lock himself into the playoffs to be back after missing it in a disappointing 2003 season that didn't end the way he wanted to. He's going to turn it around early here in 2004 in a race where Dale Jarrett won last season here at Rockingham. This time it will go to Rusty Wallace, as Rusty Wallace will win at Rockingham. He is back into the playoffs and back in contention. Newman, your runner-up, a Team Penske 1-2 finish here at the Rock. And coming home for a very good third-place finish is going to be Joe Nemechek, staying on the lead lap in that U.S. Army Chevrolet. Great job for that Army team right there with Joe Nemechek. Fourth place will be Brendan Gaughan, having a career-best finish in that number 77. And running out your top 5 is going to be Casey Mears, also having a career-best finish. Then you're going to have Jeff Green in 6th, Johnny Sauter 7th, Kenny Schrader 8th, Scott Riggs 9th, and Todd Bodine with the top 10. But your race winner is Rusty Wallace in the number 2 Miller Lite Dodge for Team Penske, capping off a 1-2 finish for the captain. As you see the race results on the left side of your screen. We'll have the updated playoff grid momentarily. Now your updated playoff grid. Of course, Rusty Wallace into the playoffs with his first win of the year, joining Kevin Harvick, your Daytona 500 winner. Then Casey Mears, Joe Nemechek, Johnny Sauter, Scott Riggs, all a bunch of new names to the top of the leaderboard here, having a great start to their seasons. Tony Stewart looking to get back to the Final Four. Brian Vickers, the rookie in the playoffs, as is Brendan Gaughan. You got Newman, Johnson, McMurray, Robbie Gordon, Craven, some familiar faces in there. Johnny Benson, Michael Waltrip currently tied at the bubble, just above Jeff Green, Greg Biffle, Schrader, Tony Raines, and Kyle Petty. So until next episode for race number 3 of the season at Las Vegas, I hope you all have a good one.